girl be? Her eyes are open wide, and yet she's in a daydream that's better than real life. She knows a secret country where the grown-ups never go. Why, she's Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Curious friends and happy adventures too. Ooh, yes, she's Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, wait for us, we'll come too.
Come along, ladies and gentlemen. We can offer you a fun-filled afternoon of excitement and suspense. Come along, come along. You won't regret it.
Smell. I envy the people in the circus. It must be a wonderful life.
When I was your age, Celia, nothing would have kept me at home instead of going to the circus.
I'd rather read a book.
These must be our seats. Bad. Come, sit down, girls. Oh, Alice. Where's Alice? Alice!
Sit down, please. How can you expect me to see? You're not made of glass.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to welcome you to our show here today. We'll start the performance with something you've never seen before.
Well, blow me down.
Look, there's Alice.
Alice, come here at once.
What are you doing there?
Alice, why are you staring? Can't you remember who we are?
Of course I can. Why have you packed your bags? Are you going away?
Yes, we've made a decision to turn our backs on Wonderland and run off to join the circus.
What made you decide that?
We're sorry, Alice, but we're just wasting our time here in Wonderland.
Is this the circus?
It doesn't look too good from the outside.
I don't like the big tent at all. Wait for me!
Let's practice a bit.
What good can it do? Welcome. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to be able to introduce you to the stars of our circus. We'll start our program with the sensational, the amazing cycling bear. Oh, give me strength. You'll never be a performing bear.
You promised me a new bicycle. How am I supposed to perform on this thing?
If you weren't so greedy, you wouldn't be so fat, and the cycle wouldn't keep breaking.
Well, I'm starving. You hardly feed me at all.
Can I do my act now? You've kept me waiting for my entrance for hours, and now you're just standing there arguing. It's not fair.
That drum roll is not suitable. Try a trumpet.
I think the drumming works well. It builds up tension. I can't do it. Let's leave this little number out. We can do without a tightrope act.
This is the end. We'll have to close down. Without acts, we have no program. Without a program, we have no show. Without a show, we have no audience. We only have you, the cycling bear, and Fearsome Fred. And he hasn't been convincing for years. Oh, what a mess. Everything is going wrong.
Excuse me, please. Perhaps we can help you. You're looking for acrobats for your show, and we're looking for a show.
Are you acrobats?
Not yet, no, but we've dreamt a lot about becoming acrobats.
You've dreamt. I don't know what you're talking about. Circus life is far more like a nightmare. It's certainly not like a dream. It's hard work. We work twice as hard as anyone else, and yet they all still pull up their noses at us. We have to live out of suitcases, and people think we're gypsies. And what do we get for it? A straw mat to sleep on and dry bread and watery soup. So, are you still dreaming of the circus?
I've just given up the idea for good.
We're definitely not staying. Come.
What you've just said doesn't frighten us off.
It does.
You two should be ashamed of yourselves. Hard work never killed anyone, so what on earth are you performing about?
We're going.
I don't understand. You wanted to come to the circus and now you're going to miss your opportunity.
Are we?
We were on our way to join the circus.
If I were in your shoes, I'd run as fast as I could before it was too late. Run away rather like all my other artists have done anyway. I really can't blame them. Who wants to work without any pay?
Money, money. Why does everyone talk about money? I'm sure in Wonderland they've never heard of being paid for working. They work for their own enjoyment because it makes them feel good about themselves.
Really?
Yes, it's the truth. I'm quite sure of it. You need only ask them and they'll stay. You'll see.
Well, I could manage to make a few new costumes.
I'll bend this straight.
My dear, you're very generous. You've even convinced me. When you've devoted your life to the circus, you can't only think of money. Well, carry on. We won't give up.
Oh, this is getting very boring. We'll have to declare a public holiday so we can all go on a picnic.
Your idea of a little picnic appeals to me, my dear. Joker, fetch the wine.
I want to go on a picnic alone, not with him.
Don't take Her Majesty seriously. She got out of bed on the wrong side this morning.
Yes, Your Majesty. I fully understand. My wife ate so much cream for breakfast this morning that she split her seams and that put her in a very bad mood. And now she's not talking to me. My dear wife has an enormous mouth and it takes her every minute of an hour every day to put on her lipstick. My dear wife and I actually get on very well together because we discuss everything. Just recently, for instance, she wanted a mink coat and I a horse and carriage. But a man of my station hasn't much money, so we discussed it, and I bought her a mink stole instead, and it lies in the stable. Oh!
What a funny joke. I must remember it.
In fact, I love my wife very dearly and decided to surprise her with a quill pen for her birthday. The one who got the surprise was me, however. She'd been expecting a diamond ring. There's always an interruption when I'm getting in the swing of things. I do beg Your Majesty to forgive me for this forced break in the proceedings. But there is probably some petitioner at the door wanting a favour. Let me go and see to him.
His jokes are getting weaker and weaker. One of these days you'll have to make a choice, him or me.
Oh. It's Alice and Benny Bunny outside. They're putting posters up on the castle walls.
Can you see what's on them?
It appears the circus is coming to Wonderland. Shouldn't we go?
I was at a circus last year, Circus Spaghettini or something like that. It was very boring.
Attention, everybody. Here is an announcement. Circus Spaghettini is coming to Wonderland. 12 exciting new acts and an entirely new program.
When I was a little boy, I always dreamt of going to join a circus.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. I knew it would surprise you, my dear, but I always pictured myself as an acrobat.
And I always wanted to be a clown. With baggy pants, and a big red nose and ginger hair, and a pair of pointed shoes that I could hardly walk in. Oh, please say we'll go to the circus.
Dear, would you mind if the Joker and I went to the circus?
Oh, I don't mind. You'll probably have a wonderfully entertaining afternoon. Go, leave me here all alone on my own. What does it matter how I feel?
Thank you for being so understanding, my dear. Right, let's go.
Then he really meant he wanted to join the circus when he was a little boy. I wonder what I'd look like in a pretty little costume with gold glitter in my hair. thing at the circus is the candy floss. I love candy floss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the famous Circus Spaghettini is honoured to invite all of you to a performance.
Do they need an acrobat by any chance?
And how about a funny new clown act for the show?
You mean you want to be in the show?
Little girl, if you can get me a free ticket, I'd like to be in the show as well.
Oh, she never wants to pay for anything.
That's no problem at all, Your Majesty. If you join us, then you're entitled to one complimentary ticket, and you can give it to anyone you like.
Oh, what a relief. That should improve her mood.
Tell me, Alice, is there a croquet act in the programme?
No, Your Majesty. You see, we don't play croquet in the circus.
Croquet can be played whenever and wherever one wishes. It doesn't need a special occasion.
We're going now. Whoever wants to come must follow me. Since Signora Spaghettini patched up the big top, it makes a very good impression.
Thank you, Alice. My wife is very handy with the needle and thread. Recently, when it was so bitterly cold that her teeth were chattering, the poor dear found every now and then that she'd stitched herself to the tent.
What had she done? Oh, you nearly caught me then. That was a very good joke.
It's wonderful to hear you laugh at it. I used to be good at telling jokes long ago. Oh, it was a satisfying feeling making the audience laugh till their ribs ached. I'm really very grateful to you and your friends. With them here, we're going to give a splendid performance.
Everything all right?
Fine, thank you. Be as quick as possible.
Hit hard. Those posts mustn't wobble when you're finished. Now that those two have something to work on together, Benny, they're not fighting anymore.
That's what you think.
My turn.
If you could smile a little instead, it would look a lot better. Oh, well, that's not going to be a showstopper.
I can feel myself getting
You'll
giddy.
get used to it. Just don't look down at the ground.
Don't touch me, please. It upsets me. I can keep my balance far better when I don't have to keep you up as well.
As you wish. I only wanted to help.
I'll help myself, thank you. Just leave me alone, will you? I'll do it on my own.
Oh, have fun.
Well, where did you come from?
From Siberia. Almost all performing bears come from Siberia.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, I thought it was.
Is the position still vacant for a good acrobat?
It is, Your Majesty.
Then permit me to join. I'll be your best acrobat, the best you've ever had in your show.
Are you quite sure, Your Majesty? Be careful, Humpty Dumpty!
In all my dreams as a boy, I saw myself as an acrobat and heard how everyone applauded.
Careful! Out of the way, child, quick!
Hurry, fetch the safety net.
It's always been my one ambition to join a circus. I knew somehow that one day that dream would come true. I just knew it would. The same goes for my Joker. He always wanted to be a circus clown. Obviously, we're both feeling a bit nostalgic at the moment. There you are, my friend.
Are you all right?
I'm sorry, but I couldn't find the safety net.
So, Senior, what can I do for you? Where's my Joker disappeared to now? He was here a moment ago. Oh, well, he's bound to pop up somewhere, I suppose. Let me help you.
I'm very grateful, Your Majesty. Your friendship means so much to me.
Does Your Majesty really intend doing us the honour of performing?
Your Majesty, the Queen.
Not her. I better get out of here.
Not the Queen of Hearts. The White Queen.
Oh, good shot, dearest.
Thank goodness.
Croquet is really far more interesting than the circus, but I suppose one should take a break and do something else sometimes. Which act do you want us to take part in? What do you think, Paul? If we were to ride on the elephant and lead the parade?
I think these two could be of use to us.
Did you hear that? The circus director likes my proposal.
Yes, dearest.
I'm as get some practice. Since there are no stakes here, this post will have to do.
Your Majesty, please don't hit the post!
Oh, how funny that is. Perhaps it would be a good idea to include it as part of our act. Relax, relax. It's nothing bad. It's only a croquet ball.
We'll have to think of something to keep those two out of mischief, Signor Spaghettini.
The best would be tent making. Wait, Your Majesties! Not that way! Fearsome Fred is out there!
You mustn't worry about us. We get on with everyone. We're friendly folk.
Ugh, but Fearsome Fred isn't a person. He's a big liar.
It's stuck. It needs some oil. This must be the wardrobe. We can change into our costumes in here.
Oh, this is dreadful. Something awful will happen.
Oh, dear. Oh, what an adorable little kitty.
Oh, run, everyone! Fearsome Fred is at the loose!
Oh, they'll have to pay damages. That nasty beast has bitten my mallet in half.
Run, Humpty Dumpty!
Please don't leave me in the lurch, Your Majesty! Run in the other direction, Your Majesty!
Pardon?
Too late. Never mind. Run for your life! What's wrong with you, Fred? You want the show to flop?
Your show means nothing to me. That's your problem. I'm sick to death of circus life. I want to go back to the jungle.
But you've never been in the jungle. You don't even know if you'd like it.
I dream of the jungle. I want to be free.
Would you happen to know if he's a vegetarian?
He's a meat eater, all right.
Candy floss! Delicious homemade candy floss! Candy floss for sale!
Not now, perhaps later.
Run for cover, Fearsome Fred is on the rampage.
Fearsome Fred!
What did you put in the candy floss? It tastes too terrible.
A lot of pepper.
Bring some sugar and then some pepper.
I've scared them enough. Now I'll show how I go about drying in my claws.
He'd been lying so quietly in his cage all morning, and then suddenly he went crazy.
How does this one taste? No good. Also no good. Oh, no good.
Our candy floss hasn't left a good taste in his mouth.
I keep telling you, you don't put in enough pepper.
He's gone outside. We're safe again.
Oh, this will curdle my yolk.
Careful, we don't want scrambled egg.
Our afternoon show will have to go on without Fearsome Fred.
It can't. He's the main attraction. I'll find him and tell him to stop misbehaving.
You must be very, very careful, Alice. He's in a terribly bad mood today. Friends, get ready for the dress rehearsal.
Signor Spaghettini, I don't have any idea where to find Fearsome Fred. You know him well. Where could he have gone?
Dunno.
Come on, Alice. He's biting everything made of wood. We just have to follow the tracks.
Really? Shall we try it, Benny?
Yes.
Everyone ready for the dress rehearsal?
He must have come this way. Alice, there.
Tell me, did a lion pass this way?
Yes, he did. We're still shaking with fright. How could you possibly let an animal like that run loose? Firstly, he's not ours, and secondly, we couldn't stop him. It's the White Queen who's to blame. Now, where's he gone? To the castle.
Did you see Fearsome Fred? He must have come past this way.
Yes, of course he did. Do you think it was me who bit into the tree?
I say, aren't you ever frightened of anything? Everyone else is scared stiff and you just sit there grinning.
What makes you think I'm grinning, Alice? I'm not grinning. I do this when I grin. And this if I'm angry when I hear stupid remarks.
I didn't mean to make you cross. He's gone again. I can hear him. Come, Benny. excuse me, but has a lion come over this bridge? He must have. That poor old crocodile's teeth are still chattering from fright. Have you by any chance seen a lion?
Walked into the Queen of Hearts' bedroom about a minute ago. I've never seen anything quite so awful, so fearsome in my life. No.
Let's go and save the Queen. I hope we are not too late. As you know, I don't really like the Queen of Hearts very much, but I wouldn't wish such a terrible end on anyone. Oh! Leave the Queen alone, Fred! You naughty creature! Go straight back to the circus where you belong!
Who are you?
I'm Alice, Your Majesty. You know me.
At the moment, I have no time for you, Alice.
I'm leaving now. I've just come to fetch the lion.
That is a good idea. In fact, there are a few things I'd like to discuss with his owner. He doesn't know how to behave.
I'm afraid you're right.
Can you believe it? He can't even do a high kick.
Perhaps no one has ever taught him to. You must believe me, Your Majesty. Fearsome Fred's bark is worse than his bite. He has to growl fiercely as part of his performance, you see. Fred, apologize to Her Majesty the Queen and tell her how sorry you are you can't even do a high kick.
No, don't worry. If the growling is part of his act, then I understand. And now for something quite different. Could you possibly get me 2 complimentary tickets for the circus's next show?
Of course, Your Majesty. It would be a pleasure.
Oh? How do you know that I'm not really fierce, that I just sound fierce?
It wasn't hard for me to work it out. You scared everyone, but you didn't hurt anyone.
Yes, that's right. You're observant to have noticed that.
Alice, come out of the arena at once and sit down, my child, or do you want to be eaten by the lion?
That wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Silly shame.
Don't you worry, Fred. Give a growl.
Next time, we'll be telling you about what Alice thinks of the Knave of Hearts. She had always wanted to meet him, as the Queen had only good to say of her son, but others said bad things about him. From morning till night, all he could think about was food. He was even accused of stealing some tarts and taken to court. You can imagine how curious Alice was about the heir to the throne, and you can imagine how disappointed she was when she met him. Alice decided to sit in on the court proceedings. Of course, the Queen of Hearts immediately took her son's side. But wait and see what happens next time.
Who can that girl be? Her eyes are open wide, and yet she's in a daydream that's better than real life.